Hello and welcome to Malt Box. I'm Andy and this is Whisky review number 12. And what we've got here is a very tiny bottle, very tiny bottle, of Loch Lomond Original. Loch Lomond Distillery is a Highland distillery, just about, situated a few miles north of Glasgow, as you can imagine, judging by the name, on the shores of Loch Lomond. Now, Loch Lomond Original is a relatively new release. I think it came out about 3-4 months ago, maybe, don't hold me to it. Now, it's quite a unique distillery, Loch Lomond, in the sense that it's actually got various types of stills that produce various types of spirits, which is therefore bottled as various different brands. So, for example, the total malt capacity in litres is 4 million, but they've also got coffee stills which enable them to produce grain spirit of up to 18 million litres of spirit a year. So the brands included within their overall output, I suppose, and I don't really like referring to whisky as a brand because it's a distillery, but I suppose in this instance it is a brand technically. Loch Lomond here, probably pronouncing this one wrong as usual, Ingmarin and Rosdu, I think I'm sure that's what it is. Now it's bottled at 40%, it's chill filtered, it's had colour added to it, but it's 25 quid a bottle, so that's £25 RRP I believe. So let's see what it's like. I've got a sample rather than full bottle. Tend to do that where I can. I mean, I'll try and, there you go, just in case, I hope you can see that. It's, the full bottle is basically that one, but bigger, for the avoidance of doubt. Right, so as you see, it's a colour, it's a colour obviously, but as far as I'm aware it's got caramel E150 added to it, which is a shame, but that's the industry for you. Okay, the nose is quite oaky, sort of like a plasticky note as well, kind of, you know, like when you open a lid of super glue, it's quite a bit of ethanol burn on there, even though it's 40%. There is sweetness in there though as well, like there is toffee in there. It's lightly peated, so it's a very lightly peated dram. I'm not getting much smoke on the nose, I'll be honest with you. There's something kind of clunky about it. It's not very harmonised on the nose, I'll be honest with you. It is just a bit all over the place. I think clunky is probably the best word I could provide for it at the moment. There's a bit of fruit in there. Banana, I think banana. You know, a bit of banana peel. It's a bit different. Brown sugar, sort of like a demerara sugar, and a bit of coffee, sort of black coffee. It's getting better. The more time in the glass, it's getting a bit better. Let's try the palate. it's sweet. Think Vimto cordial, more toffee. It's going to sound weird. Rice paper, if you get off in the sweet shop. Probably pears that have been stewed for a bit too long. Now that doesn't sound very positive, but it's kind of got this sweet, burnt, sugary kind of note in there. The finish is very short. Still some nuttiness in there. Let's try it again. I mean, going back to the nose now, those initial few notes that I mentioned before, sort of like the oakiness and the sort of plasticky tones, are probably a bit more prevalent now that I go back to it for after tasting it. It's quite soft. There's a little bit of spice in there, sort of like a chipotle chili, bit of heat, paprika, sort of smoked paprika, quite savoury notes toward, like going in towards the finish. So it starts off very sweet, but it does tail off into sort of savoury notes. Like now I'm getting sort of like a smoked ham as well. There's not much sort of actual smoke or peat on there, although as far as I'm aware it is a lightly peated dram, which, you know, I suppose does just give a bit of dimension to it as opposed to making it like your Freud or your Kilhones or something like that. Again, finish very short, bit sweet, bit pastry, not much going on in the finish if I'm honest. I'm getting a little bit of a cinnamon note now, it's like a cinnamon roll pastry kind of thing, but overall it's I'd say it's sort of like a decent, affordable midweek or sort of early Sunday afternoon single malt sipper. So with that, scores out of 100, I'll probably give this a 78 out of 100 for me. I think its price point is very positive for it. Obviously chill filtration, added colour and 40% is inevitably going to happen at this end of the market in terms of pricing. Presentation, can't really comment on that because, you know, I have a borrower's size bottle or a hobbit size bottle, depending on which circles you fly in. And you know, I mean, I feel like I've been a bit harsh to it, but I have had worse. I have had a lot worse, and I think it's actually better than some of the other older Loch Lomonds I've had in the past, which were actually a bit more expensive than this. No age statement, obviously, so God knows how old it is, but that's my thoughts for you anyway. So thanks very much for watching. On the next review I'll be looking at the, can't remember now, be surprised, there you go, plot twist. See you later.